Once upon a time, there lived a maiden with hair as brilliant and long as a river of spun gold. She lived in a tall, slender tower where she spent her days painting images of the world she could see from her window. The woman who had raised her, a kind but lonely sorceress named Mother Elara, had kept her in the tower to protect her from the dangers of the world outside. The maiden loved Mother Elara dearly, but she longed to paint with more than just the colors of the forest. One afternoon, while the maiden was painting a picture of the distant mountains, she saw something unusual. Gliding through the trees was a stag unlike any she had ever seen. Its antlers were tipped with gold, and it moved with a strange, otherworldly grace. As the stag approached the tower, it stopped and looked up at the window where the maiden was sitting. For a moment, their eyes met, and then the stag vanished into the trees. The next day, the maiden was painting the same view when she saw the golden stag again. It stood beneath her window, staring up at her with gentle eyes. Then it did something that made her gasp. It began to speak. "Greetings, maiden," it said, its voice like the rustling of leaves. "I am here to serve as your mount, so that you may ride to far-off lands and bring back new colors for your paints." The maiden was stunned. Could this magical creature really be offering to help her achieve her dreams? But a part of her couldn't shake off a feeling of unease. Her mind raced, trying to come up with a reason to refuse the offer. After all, what did a sorceress know about magic stags, or where they might lead her? And what if her Mother Elara, would be furious to hear of her disobedience? As if reading her thoughts, the stag spoke again. "I understand your hesitation, maiden, but do not worry. I will not take you anywhere dangerous. I promise to protect you." His words calmed her racing heart, and she found herself accepting the stag's offer. With newfound determination, she decided to follow her heart and seize this chance to broaden her horizons. That very day, the maiden prepared a small bag with provisions and climbed onto the stag's back. As they flew through the air, the wind whipping through her hair, she felt a sense of freedom and excitement that she had never known before. The journey took them across vast landscapes, each more breathtaking than the last. They soared over sparkling rivers, through valleys filled with vibrant wildflowers, and past forests that seemed to whisper ancient secrets. The stag flew with grace and power, effortlessly navigating the skies and ensuring their journey was smooth and safe. Finally, after many days of travel, they arrived at their destination. The stag landed gracefully in a meadow and turned to the maiden. "This is where I must part ways with you, maiden. From here, you can continue your journey on foot. You will find everything you need to bring back colors to your paintings." The maiden thanked the stag for its help and, taking one last look at its noble form, set off to explore the magical lands around her. As she walked, she collected samples of every color imaginable, from the softest pastel hues to the brightest, most vibrant shades. She marveled at plants that shimmered with metallic luster, flowers that glowed with an otherworldly light, and stones that seemed to hold rainbows captive within their depths. Her senses were overwhelmed by the rich tapestry of colors that surrounded her, and she knew that her paintings would never be the same again. But as the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the land, The maiden realized that she was lost. Panic started to rise within her, threatening to consume her. She had been so focused on gathering colors that she had not paid attention to the path she had taken. Now, with twilight settling in, she feared that she might never find her way back to the familiar surroundings of her tower. Just when her hope began to dwindle, she spotted a faint glow in the distance. As she walked towards it, she saw a cottage nestled amidst the trees. Its windows twinkled like stars, inviting her in. With a mix of trepidation and relief, she knocked on the door, and a kind-faced woman opened it, welcoming her inside. The woman led her into a cozy living room filled with books, herbs, and strange contraptions that hummed with magical energy. "You look tired and lost, child. Come, rest and eat something," the woman said warmly. The maiden told her about her adventure and how she had become lost. "Don't worry, child. You are safe here. My name is Willow, and I am a tinkerer, a maker of magical things. I can help you get home," Willow said with a smile. She led the maiden to a corner of the room where a swirling vortex of magic energy crackled and popped like a bonfire. "This is a waystone, a magical device that allows travel between places linked by my magic," Willow explained. She reached out, her wrinkled hand tracing patterns in the air, and with a flick of her wrist, the waystone shimmered and grew, forming a swirling portal. "Here, step through and you will find yourself back where you started your journey," Willow said. The maiden hesitated, torn between her longing to return home and her desire to explore further. But looking into the kind eyes of the old tinkerer, she knew she was in good hands. With a grateful nod, she stepped through the waystone portal and found herself back in the familiar meadow where her adventure had begun. As the golden stag reappeared beside her, the maiden realized that her journey had been more than just a quest for colors. She had discovered a strength and independence within herself that she had never known existed. With renewed purpose, she returned to her tower, eager to use her newfound skills and knowledge to create art that would amaze everyone, especially Mother Elara. Back in the tower, the maiden hung her latest paintings on the walls, each stroke of her brush infused with the magic she had experienced during her journey. There were pictures of the glowing flowers, shimmering plants, and even the mystical stag that had helped her on her quest. When Mother Elara returned to the tower and saw the paintings, she was stunned. The colors were unlike anything she had ever seen before. They seemed to glow with an inner light, and the details were so precise and lifelike that it was as if she were looking through a window onto those magical lands. Overcome with emotion, Mother Elara embraced her daughter, realizing that it wasn't the lack of colors, but her own fears that had kept her from seeing the true beauty of the world. Together, mother and daughter, along with the golden stag, embarked on a new adventure. They ventured beyond the confines of the tower, exploring the world hand in hand. They visited magical lands, discovered enchanting creatures, and experienced the full spectrum of emotions that life had to offer. Through it all, the maiden continued to paint, capturing the essence of their adventures on canvas. And when they returned home, she shared her art with the world, inspiring others to see the magic that lay hidden within everyday life. So if you ever find yourself near the Maideness Tower and see paintings that seem to glow with an otherworldly light, Know that behind each stroke lies a story of courage, love, and the transformative power of art. And remember that sometimes the greatest adventures are the ones that lead us back home.